Welcome back to Freedom Ticket Walmart. I'm Carrie and this is Michael, and today we're going to talk to you about pay-per-click advertising. So in this video, we're going to go over all the fundamentals of pay-per-click advertising, and in another video, we'll go over how to set up your campaigns. But first and foremost, Michael, can you go ahead and explain to us just how do you get started with Walmart advertising? Do you have to apply, or is it like Amazon where it just kind of shows up in your account when you have a professional account? Like, how does this work?
Hey, so for Walmart advertising, there's like a lot of basics we're gonna go over, but to start with just the application process is you first have to have a Walmart seller account. Once you have a Walmart seller account, you could go to walmartconnect.com and you could apply there. They're gonna ask you for some basic information, and then you fill that out, and if you get approved to it, and once you get approved to it, it'll actually show up in your Walmart Seller Center account as well. So it's a pretty seamless process, it's pretty easy. You shouldn't have any issues getting approved to it, and yeah, it's a great opportunity. Even if before you know if you're ready to start advertising, or if you're gonna do Walmart advertising, at least get the account set up so you have the option.
All right. And is that the only way to advertise? You have to sign up for a Walmart Connect account. Is there any other way you can connect your account to advertising?
Currently, in order to have Walmart advertising, you have to actually sign up with Walmart Connect, which is another Walmart company.
Okay. And then what if you wanted to use another company to help you manage? How does that work?
So there's really two types of, once you sign up within Walmart Connect, there's really two types of advertising. There's regular Walmart advertising, which is like through a 3P account, which is through your own account. And it's a pretty simple, easy to use dashboard and easy to use system. In addition, there's another type of account where it's called an API account, where you could use an API partner like PackView, and there's a couple others where they'll run the account through their API, and there's a little bit more functionality in terms of reporting and things like that. And at Cellcore, we actually use API partners to run ads.
You use PackView, right?
Yeah, we use PackView. Okay.
So today we're not going to show you how to set up an account like with PackView or anything like that. We're going to show you just how to set everything up the basic way through Walmart Connect. If you're interested in using something like that, like an API, then you can go ahead and do research on your own and sign up, and they have help, and tutorials to help you get set up with that. So Michael, what should you consider before you start running pay-per-click advertising on Walmart? Is there anything that you would think we should consider?
Yeah, so I think it's always important to just start off with understanding what the platform is and what it's best for. So right now, currently, it's really good for a few things. If you actually have products that, they're not ranked in the top positions, and that if they got visibility, they convert already high. They have a high conversion rate, and that if they got the proper visibility, they would sell. Walmart advertising is a great opportunity for that. Also, if you have a product that has a lot of keywords that it could be targeted under and it could make sales under, you're going to really want to leverage Walmart advertising for that, so you could really get ranked everywhere. And I think it's just important to understand how Walmart advertising works before you get into all that. And really the few basic fundamentals to understand, and that's really also different than Amazon, is Walmart first and foremost is a first price auction. Meaning on Amazon, when you're running ads, if I put a $1.50 bid and the actual going bid is 40 cents, I'm not going to pay $1. I'm going to pay 41 cents. On Walmart, the way it works is if I put a $1.50 bid and really the auction was at 40 cents, I'm going to pay $1.50. Now,
that's really important for people to understand is if you bid like $5 because you're like, I'm just going to bid high so I win everything, and then you think you're going to pay less, you're going to pay $5 every time. So you're gonna run out of money if you do that.
But it also works the other way. It's like you could be putting in a $1 bid, and then really the going bid's $1.50, $2, and you won't know. You just won't be getting impressions. And so it's very important to understand that, so you understand how much to bid, how to increase your bids, and we're gonna go into strategies for how to know how much to bid, how to increase your bid, so you figure out what the right amount is and all that.
Okay, and what do you think the current opportunity is on Walmart for PPC? Do you think it's with Amazon, I think the price has gone up 50% for everyone, mostly on their advertising. What do you think about Walmart right now with pay-per-click advertising?
Walmart pay-per-click advertising is interesting because it's so new. So there's really so many opportunities, and in a lot of categories, what's interesting is you'll find there won't even be people bidding against you. So right now the minimum bids for automatic campaigns are 20 cents and for manual
Okay.
campaigns are 30 cents. A lot of times you'll see by bidding 20 cents or 30 cents, depending if you're running an automatic or a manual campaign, you'll actually win the bid because there's nobody bidding against you. That being said, there's some categories where we're starting to get more competitive and people are, they're driving up the bid costs. But it's really, there's so many opportunities in the right categories and the right keywords. So, you really want to get in now, understand the platform, learn how to run the ads, but also, leverage that the money you can make through advertising because of the low cost right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's super cheap. If it was actually 20 or 30 cents, that's
and we're seeing that with a lot of our categories still.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Can you go a little bit more into detail about automatic versus manual campaigns on Walmart?
Yeah,
too?
for sure. So there's two types of campaigns you could run, automatic and manual at the highest level. Automatic, your minimum bid is 20 cents. And when you run automatic campaigns, it chooses keywords to target based on your listing, based on the category, and things like that.
Is it based on the product type mostly, or?
It's a lot based on your product type, your content in your listing, things like that. So there's the automatic campaigns. Now, you're going to want to run automatic when you have a new listing. You might not be sure what keywords are good to target for it. I would start with manual because automatic sometimes can work really well, but sometimes they don't. So I'll always do an automatic test, but if you're ranked high in certain spots, you're going to want to run manual campaigns for those because your overall conversion rate on your listing has an impact. And if your automatic campaigns are targeting keywords where you don't convert as high, your overall conversion rate is going to get a little bit affected. Now, your ranking is mostly based on, as we talked in previous videos, on your conversion rate on a keyword level, but there's also some impact on a listing level. So if you're running automatic, if your automatic's running and it's not choosing the right keywords, you're gonna have lower conversion rate. So what we like doing is setting up for new listings, setting up automatic campaigns and setting up manual campaigns. Now, what will happen is when you set up automatic campaigns is that it'll start targeting right away it'll start targeting a bunch of keywords. Now, we'll also set up manual. What's really cool is as your automatic starts running and you start making sales, your ranking is going to grow. And then when your ranking grows, automatically your manual campaigns are going to start activating. So we like setting them up even sometimes in the beginning. And then as we learn data from our automatic, we like, filtering those in and making more manual campaigns.
Thank you for going over the differences between Amazon and Walmart, because I think, there's a lot of expert advertisers that are probably coming over from Amazon, and they might think, wow, this is a breeze, but there are some just little things that could cost you a lot of money, and it's really good to know the kind of ins and outs and little differences that do make a difference. So I think those are really good, important points. So let's go ahead and start going into our screen share, and we're gonna show all the placements that we have for Walmart advertising. So can you go ahead and talk about the different placements?
Yeah, awesome question. I think it would be great to just, to identify all the different placements there are, and then, what you're paying for, because, Walmart also has something called bid multiplier, where you're able to bid more on certain placements. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go into the Walmart Connect dashboard where it shows you the different placements, and we'll go one by one and we'll show them. So if you look over here, there's two types. If you're creating an automatic campaign, it's going to show you different than manual. So when you're creating an automatic campaign, these are what it's going to show you as bid multipliers. So it's going to show you, number one, buy box, search and grid, homepage, and stock up. So buy box placement to start with is, if you click on any product, you'll see right under the add to cart of the product that you clicked on, there's a small placement over here. Now this buy box placement is great because anybody here has high purchase intent, they're ready to add the product to cart. What we've seen work really well for buy box placements are when it's products that are really similar, because they might switch from adding whatever product they clicked onto cart to adding this product to cart, because there's such an easy add to cart button with the new Walmart update that a lot of customers are just adding this product instead. Now, even if your product isn't, an alternative to the product, sometimes it works very well for, another solution. They might be, if it's a similar category, they might be like, oh, I was looking for, they might have clicked here because they were looking for this set of 5 resistance bands, but they're interested in this level of, 4 level extreme durable resistance bands, which are like for different workouts, but they might be interested in that. So, they might get distracted, click on this and purchase that, even though it's not, similar. Now, eventually Walmart's going to come out with product targeting. so you could specifically target certain products with these buy box placement ads, but for now it's just based on keywords. But that's a great placement. So that's the first placement that they show. The second placement is search and grid. Now search and grid is the most common one. Search and grid placement is if you search in any keyword, almost any keyword, you're gonna see on top of the price, there's a small tag that says sponsored. Now for this specific query, it's showing up on the first 2 spots, but sometimes it's randomly dispersed throughout the first page. Sometimes it's not at all on the first page, sometimes it's multiple times throughout the first page. So for this page, for example, we see it on spot 1 and 2. We see it on the 3rd line for the 3rd and 4th placement. And it's probably again, it's again over here, So it shows for this search term, it shows a lot throughout the page. Now it depends on the category and product, but these placements obviously work really well. Now, and they're the most common one. Now, something important to note about this placement is that if you are organically ranked higher than the placement, then they obviously won't put you in that lower placement. Now, it used to be that you would get put in that lower placement, but now with the new Walmart update, if I'm bidding on resistance bands and my product is, for example, ranked, spot 4, and my bid right now could win me, this spot, which is on the 3rd line, it won't bid me for it. So the only one I would be able to get if I was running ads for would be the 1st and 2nd. Now in automatic, the next placement you'll see is homepage. Now homepage, we usually don't put any bid multipliers on homepage because it's not as targeted, so it doesn't perform as well. But homepage ads are as it sounds. It's on the homepage. There's different placements on the homepage for your products. So like if you're maybe trying to get a lot of visibility and things like that, and you have a very general product, you might consider putting it on the homepage. Or if you're running a very good promo or things like that, you might want to put it on some of these homepage placements.
So how do they determine? Is it just based on the customer's past behavior? Like if you have, toothpaste that you're selling, maybe they've purchased a lot of toothpaste and it'll just show up on their homepage automatically?
Yeah, so it's a little bit based on that, and it's also based on just different seasons, different things that they're promoting throughout those different seasons.
Are those ads really expensive?
They're not as expensive, they just don't see them perform as well. And then the next one is stock up ads. Now stock up ads show in customers' carts randomly. So like if you're selling replenishables and things like that, stock up ads work well. So these are the placements they let you bid on for automatic. When you're running manual campaigns, they break it up a little bit more. So for manual campaigns, it'll look like this, right? So you have search and grid, which is what we covered. Search carousel, we didn't cover yet. Where search carousel is very interesting. Where you'll see search carousels is they're usually all the way on the bottom, and sometimes it's called something else on top as the headline, but products you may also like. But you always see on the right hand side a sponsored tag, and over here it'll be similar products. Now, right now they don't have a lot of advertisers bidding on these placements, so they put a lot of products there organically. But you'll oftentimes see a sponsor tag on top of the price as well. And over time, these placements are going to be much more only sponsored placements. But that's another placement. Now, I get this question a lot. Is you'll see these type of banners dispersed throughout different search results and different places on Amazon. You'll see these banners, dispersed around through different search results and different spots. These ones, as well as ones similar to this. What's important to note about these are not available for third-party sellers yet. Okay. It's called Search Brand Amplifier ads, and they're only available for 1P merchants. Now, they might be available soon for 3P sellers, so keep an eye out for them. Walmart's trying to roll out more things for third-party sellers, and especially for brands, third-party brands. And we've seen that like they rolled out Brand Portal, and they want to actually add more things to Brand Portal. What's really cool about these ads are they don't send you to like a product page usually. They usually send you like a customized homepage, which is kind of cool.
Just like the Amazon stores?
Exactly. It's kind of like an Amazon store. It's very customized. Sometimes I see videos in these and, animations and different cool things. So The next one that you have for manual campaigns are item buy box, which we covered in when we were talking about automatic campaigns, because for automatic campaigns you could also bid on those. Now, item buy box ads, as I said, are my favorite. What's really interesting is with manual campaigns, you could choose which placements you want it on. So on automatic campaigns, you could just bid more for the different placements, but on manual campaigns, you could choose specifically which placements you want it on. So I say I want item buy box, right? Or I want item carousel, or I don't want item carousel, or I don't want item buy box, right? So search and grid is always on automatically. So there's that one. Now, item carousel is the next one where we didn't have in automatic campaigns, but we have that option in manual campaigns. Now, item carousel is if you click on any specific product. So you click on a product. When you scroll through the page, what you're gonna see is there's a lot of carousels. Now, with the new Walmart site that they made, and since the update, I think, which was in August, yeah, you're gonna see a lot of these banners, these carousels, sorry. And in these carousels, you'll see a lot of times sponsor tags. Now, the reason why some of them have sponsor tags and some of them don't is just, in my opinion, due to a lack of advertisers that are paying. But once they have enough advertisers, I could expect to see most of these carousels filled with sponsor placements. But here's a great example. This product at $14.96 is a sponsor placement. This one at $29.97 is a sponsor placement. And they name these carousels all different things. Similar items you might like. Customers are also considered. And really randomly, you'll see throughout all these carousels different products that have sponsored. And sometimes, there'll be organic placements because there isn't sponsored products to put in there yet. But there's so many of these carousels. So you see a sponsor tag over here, products you may also like. And you even have it under the reviews, customers who ended up buying. So a lot of these are chosen organically. A lot of them are sponsored. So if you see this more items to explore has a sponsor tag on the corner, which means within this carousel, they have sponsored placements. So that's the last placement that they let you specifically choose to be included in. Once you choose which ones you are included in, then is when you get to the bid multipliers then is when you get to the bid multipliers specifically. Now, when you get to the bid multipliers, which interesting is for manual campaigns, they only let you do a bid multiplier on search and grid and buy box. On auto campaigns, you have the bid multiplier also on homepage and stock up, because those are two placements that you have only on automatic, but you don't have on manual.
Do you think that this is something you should do now since advertising is kind of cheaper right now? Like, do you usually do these bid multipliers?
Yeah, so for different products, it works different. It works differently. So for some products, it might make much more sense. Like for resistance bands, a lot of times we'll do bid multipliers for buy box because we have like very similar resistance bands to some other sellers, and it'll work really well. So I think to recap it, it's like auto campaigns have buy box placement, search and grid placement, homepage placement, and stock up placement that you're able to put bid multipliers on. For manual ads, you're able to put only bid multipliers on search and grid and buy box. But for manual campaigns, you also have the option to choose where you show up at all, which you could basically choose between search and grid, search carousel, item buy box, and item carousel. So that's the overview of it.
Awesome. Wow, this is a really good overview of just how ads work on Walmart.com and just some of the differences between Amazon and Walmart. And then also it was really great to go through the different placements on automatic and versus manual. It looks like a lot of these ad placements are wide open. So it really seems like a great time to start advertising on Walmart. It's a lot less expensive than it is on Amazon currently. So that's definitely a plus right now. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and talk about how to set up your campaign. So we'll see you in the next video.